How do you know when to buy a real estate investment? You know, you've heard me talk about this in my 11 Millionaire Secrets. It's really mindset. When are you ready? Do you want to buy your own house to move into first, or do you want to buy an investment property? So let's look at that options and a couple things that you may want to consider. Liew, #1 international best-selling author of the Modern Wealth Building Formula, How to Master Real Estate Investing. My first project was a $17 million project with no experience and no money, and I know you want to learn how to do that. So what is an investment property? An investment property is essentially reviewed and looked at to generate you revenue. That's what it's at. Collect the rent, pay yourself. There's a differential. So what does that mean? A little bit about managing property, etc. You have to learn some of the skills, to do that. Goes back to the finding, the funding, and facilitating that investment property. But essentially, it's your start to create your passive revenue. And that's what I call mailbox money. So you don't have to drive out of the driveway. So let's talk about that today. So how do you actually know if you're ready for an investment property? Well, let me just give you 3 items that I would say. Number 1, you have the right mindset. I'm probably going to go over 3 items here. You have to be, I would say, financially stable in the sense and have a little bit of extra time, because if you're going to have a rental property, you want to be in a vicinity that you can get there and drive to it essentially, or have someone who's handling that property management. But that's really what it's all about. It's not that complicated in the sense, the 3 things are, you got to be financially stable. Of course, there has to be a rate of return, and, you have to have a little bit of time. That's it. It's that simple. So what are the things to consider when you want to buy a commercial real estate property? Hey, do you want to do this with a partner? Do you want to do it yourself? Do you want to, look at this as a long-term hold? Is this going to be a quick thing? How do you evaluate the property taxes? What is the cash on cash? These are the things that you want to ask yourself. And probably the biggest question is do you want to manage that property? That's it. Keep it to those 4 or 5 things. Investigate that a little bit further. Keep it simple. And if you're, looking to find out more, go to kenvanliew.com, and don't forget the 11 Millionaire Secrets on how I made my first $1 million. So what do you have to prepare for when you want to buy an investment property? Like I said, you want to be a little bit financially stable and go out and get a pre-approval for that property so you can move quickly. The other thing you want to do, as I said, is you want to see who's going to manage that property. And literally just set up a process, because once you buy one of these, you're going to want to buy another one. So you want to put together a little dream team that's going to find these properties for you, and then put the funding source in place. And that's essentially it. It's find, fund, and facilitate. You put those 3 components into buying investment properties, and it works every time. So before we leave, I just want to thank you, as always, for checking out my channel. If you haven't subscribed, click on that button below. If you haven't gotten the 11millionairesecrets.com, or if you want to talk to me direct, go to the website kenvanliew.com and get that 45-minute free planning session. So today, I just want to tell you, we summed it up on how to get your first investment property. Now it's for you to take action, and I'll leave you with make it a great day.